Hello children, welcome to English class. Children, we have already learned about the vowel sound of A, which says A. Now it's time to learn about vowel sound of E. Vowel sound of E. E says E, a short sound. E says E. E says E. Now, children, it's time to learn the sound of vowel E along with few consonants. You all know what are consonants, children? So let's quickly read. So let us all look at the pictures and read aloud. The first picture you can see is of a pen. P-E-N together forms P-E-N, pen. P-E-N, pen. Everyone say P-E-N is pen. Now look at the next picture, which is of a hen. H-E-N, which says H-E-N, hen. 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 Now children, you can see on the screen, it is a picture of a cave where a lion lives. You know, where does a lion live? Lion lives in a den. So let's read this den. D says D, E says E, N says N. D, E, N. Den. Den. Everyone say den. Good children. Now, in the next picture, you can see there is a boy who is wet. W is W. W-E-T says wet. Wet. In all these words, you will notice the sound of vowel E is E. Wet. Everyone say wet. Wet. Tell me fast what you can see the next picture. It's a jet, a plane. A plane is also called a jet. J-E-T. J-E-T. Jet. Jet. Children, we have learned we have read different E sound words when they are added to different consonants. Let's combine these different consonants with vowel E. Look and read aloud. Let's quickly see E and D together. You know, children, when E and D are added, it becomes ed. Remember the phonics sounds. If you remember the phonics sounds, English will be very easy and simple for you. So please keep on memorizing the phonics sounds. Ed, as in bed, bed. B-E-D is bed, bed. The next word is F-E-D, fed, fed, fed. Fed matlab khilana. After fed is another word, and that is L-E-D. Led, led, led. Now children, let's quickly try to read the next word. R-E-D, which says red, 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 red. R-E-D, red. Now, let's go to egg words. E and G together says egg, egg. As B-E-G, beg, beg. Beg means to ask someone to ask from someone. Okay, just you can see on the road there are beggars who are begging. भीख मांगते हैं. Egg, beg. After beg is keg, keg. K-E-G. Egg. Keg. Children, try to combine the sound of last two letters together. Egg. Keg. Now, let's look at L-E-G, which says egg, leg, leg. L-E-G, leg. The leg you all know is your leg with which you all walk. The next one is peg. P-E-G, egg, peg, peg. Peg is a चिमटी जो हम कपड़ों पे लगाते हैं. We put on the clothes. Egg, peg. After peg, let's move to E-N words, which says, would you like to try, children? E says E, N says N. 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 Which words? N words. Let's begin with N words. N as in D-E-N. Den. Den. H-E-N. H-N. Hen. Hen. After hen comes M-E-N. Men. Who is men? Who are men? Men are the plural of man. When there is one man, we say man. And when there are more than one man, we say men. Men. After men is pen. P-E-N. Pen. Pen. Then comes T-E-N. Ten. T-N. Ten. And the next one is Z-E-N or Z-E-N, which says, Z says Z, Z-N, Zen, Zen. Very good, children. We have learned about N words, ed words and egg words. It's time to learn about et words. It's time to learn about et words. Et as in J-E-T, jet. J-E-T, jet. After jet comes M-E-T, met. M-E-T, met. You know, children, met means milna. When you meet someone, we say met. After met comes P-E-T, pet. Pet. You all know the pet animals? Huh? Dog, cat, rabbit, they all are our pet animals. After pet is S-E-T, set. Set. S-E-T, set. Then comes V-E-T, V-E-T, wet. You know who is a vet? Vet is a doctor who treats animal. Vet. After wet comes Y-E-T, yet. Y says y. Y says y, et. Yet. So now, children, we have learned about E vowel sound and their various and its various form in with different consonants. Now it's your chance. Write down any 5 E vowel words which has E in the center. Try to make your own words. Yes, and write down on the small strips of paper, on small chits. Okay? And then throw them in the air and pick any one chit. It becomes a wonderful game to learn and have fun. Now it's time for me to say bye-bye.